Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, guys, and welcome back to another video. So, I have a subject matter that I want to speak with you guys about today. This is something a little different, but it's something that's been on my mind. I watch a lot of channels on YouTube, especially lately. And I have been a fan of the mommy sector for quite some time. So I watch a lot of mommy videos. We've had a lot recently to say in reference to the Jacksons of Atlanta. I watch Strong Mommy Chrissy. I watch My Jazzy Life. I watch, who else? Strong Mommy Chrissy, My Jazzy Life. And a few others that I watch. I guess the ones that I mentioned were the main ones that I watch. I used to watch Liv's Life. I may peek in every so often if I see an interesting subject line or I hear somebody talking about something that I think is interesting. Recently added was the Niki and her 10 beautiful children. Also, there's another one, This Is Us. That's the name of her channel. She has like 12 kids, I want to say 12 or 13 kids. She's got a lot of kids. Now, the difference in her is you never really see any type of drama. You know, it's straight family content, doing kids' hair, doing stuff to the house, things of this nature. So, not many people talk about the This Is Us channel. But the subject that came up to me was, or to my mind was, what makes a good mom? What really made me think of that is Niki and my 10 beautiful children, I think is the name of her family. She recently said that she was a damn good mother. So does Liv's Life. And the fact is, both of them, from my understanding, allegedly have got their kids taken from their home. Niki, now I haven't watched her for long. Liv, her kids are in the custody of the father. Also, My Jazzy Life, people just beat her down. Like, they just have everything negative to say about her. Now, I won't lie and say that I've never seen anything that I probably would not have done, but it still doesn't mean that I feel like she's a bad mom. So it just made me wonder, what's a bad mom? Are you a bad mom? Can you say you're a good mom and your kids were removed from your home? Are you still a good mom? I know it depends on why, of course, what you did, but I mean, the simple fact that the judge felt that these kids would be cared for better by someone else, does that automatically make you a bad mom? Okay, let's look at someone else. My Jazzy. Is she a bad mom? I mean, people talk about her, oh, she should have did this, oh, she should have did that, and different things of this nature. They critique the things that she has done. Does that make her a bad mom? Now, let me be completely transparent about everything that I know about all the channels. Jazzy has had several people in her audience allegedly call defects on her, saying that she's a bad mom and that she's neglecting her kids. So defects has visited her home at least twice. Does that make her a bad mom? And Niki, her kids are currently in the father's care. She's having to do stuff that defects required of her to get her kids back in her home. And like I said, Liv's kids are with their father. Now, Liv has another child, apparently, because I don't think anybody's ever seen the child. And just because you have a baby cuckoo and a gaga in your house does not mean that's your kid. It could be anybody's kid, for real. But what makes a mother a good mother? And what makes a mother a bad mother? Now, I even went so far as to do research on this. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I couldn't really come up with these are neglectful traits of a mother. The only thing I did come up with is what makes you a good mom instead of trying to be a perfect mom. And I'm going to read you guys some of the things that came up in this. Now, for me, if you're neglectful to your children, if you don't feed them the way that they should be, you have them dirty all the time, whether it's publicly or not. You don't comb their hair. You don't take time with them, even minimally. And you leave them alone for long periods of time. You allow them to be in unsafe conditions knowingly and willingly. To me, those are bad mommy traits. Now, it has been said that strong mommy puts her relationships before her children. Does that make her a bad mom? The fact is, I think the answer to the question is subjective. Now, the things that I just mentioned to me makes you not the best mother. But I don't know if some of those could be grounds, in my opinion, that your child should not be in your care, especially if you allow them to be in dangerous situations knowingly and willingly. If you leave them by themselves, which is still allowing them to potentially be in a dangerous situation. If you allow people to keep your kids who would not or do not keep them safe, somebody that is not going to watch the child, not going to care for the child, not going to love the child, be abusive to the child, even if it's verbally or emotionally. To me, that's neglect. Is that a reason to have your child taken? It depends on the stage of development, I guess, of the child, and it also depends on how neglectful. So for me, those are bad traits. And I guess I would consider those traits of a bad mother. But there is no perfect mother. There's no mother that's perfect. For example, Jackson's of Atlanta. I always thought that she was a great mom. My understanding is that at some point she apparently or was supposedly over a daycare center. Is it true? I don't know. I have not done the research. Didn't really matter in my opinion. She ain't no daycare provider now. But I always thought that she was a great mom. But then when this incident happened that possibly she lost a child and she didn't honor the memory of that child, honor the life of that child, that made me look at her a little different. Because even if she did it privately, she should have done it. Because that child life mattered. Our lives matter. Even a life that was not able to continue, it still mattered. So for me, that was a big deal. So that really kind of changed the way I look. I still don't think that she neglects her kids. I think she's very attentive. I think she, has a lot of traits of a quote unquote good mom. But that definitely really made me see her in a different light. Now I'm going to read off from a list that I developed of traits of a good mom. And I definitely want you guys to give me your input below. I really want us to discuss this. I really do. Because I want to know what you guys feel, especially those of you who watch the mommy sector, who watch other mommy channels. I want to know what you really feel. Okay, the first thing on my list is loves her children unconditionally. That usually should go without saying, but it doesn't necessarily go without saying. Would never hurt her child or never hurts her children. That to me also should go without saying, but some people emotionally scar their kids. Whether it's purposeful or not, it's still done. Always does what is best for their child. Now, I think that's where we can start getting into the subjective nature, because some of the people that I see get dogged on, like by some other reactors, I think they're doing the best that they can for their child from what they can do or from what they know, because they could probably do better. But from what they know, I think that they are doing the best that they can for their child. Always wants to be around her child. Now, I don't feel that you should have to be around your child all the time to be a good mom. Because the thing about it is, we all need balance in our lives. And a mother needs to be able to rehab herself so that she can properly care for her child. She needs space sometimes. Whether she even knows it or not, she does. And honestly, being around your kid all the time can cause you to be in a position that you cannot mother the best that you can. So for me, I put it on the list, but I don't feel that that is a trait of a good mom. I feel that that is a subjective trait. Should always feel that the most important thing in the world is her child. I agree with that one. Should be happy to stay with her kids at home all day. Next to that, I put wrong, because that's wrong. Again, parents sometimes need a break. It's healthy. The balance of it is healthy. It puts you in a position that you can rehab yourself personally so that you can have something to give to your child. Now, I haven't mentioned her yet, but Peach McIntyre always talks about the empty cup, pouring from an empty cup. Yeah, you can't pour from an empty cup because there's nothing there. So you definitely needs to be able to have your space. Never resents her child. I believe that's a trait of a good mother, because regardless to the relationship that you have with the father or anything, you should always be able to feel 100% about your child. You should never be in a position that you should have to resent your child. So I could see why they put that in where because like I said, I looked at different stories and I wrote a list, and so I guess I see why that's there. Although I don't know if I would have came up with that one on my own had I not done the research. I'm gonna read two more because I have a lot of them on this list. Should feel happy and overjoyed every time she looks at her child. Yeah, I put it on the list, but if you look at your child and your child has something that let's say they went in a baby bag and they got the powdered milk and they spilt it everywhere, you ain't gonna be happy and overjoyed about that. But just looking at your baby, you should be happy, because there are so many mothers or so many potential mothers who did not have the ability to bring the birth of their child to fruition. So for that reason, yeah, you should be overjoyed and happy, and you should feel privileged to be able to be a mother. Should not feel bored spending time with her child. That's the last one I'm going to read. And yeah, here's the thing that I do notice. A lot of moms on YouTube, when they are spending time with their child, they are blogging. It's not that they blog for a little bit. I've never noticed. And then they say, well, I'm going to go and play with the kids. I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. And with that being the case, I can't say that for that sector I've noticed that. Now, moms, that I know, yeah, I've seen them play, get down and dirty with the kids, wrestle with the babies, all of that. Now I'm on the grandmother level. My children are advanced in age, so for me, I can remember spending time with my kids, but I can also remember my kids feeling like I worked too much. And, they did never understand the struggle that we went through. As a matter of fact, my kids on more than one occasion has told me that they had a great upbringing in life. And Lord, it was traumatic for me. While they were at school, I'm worrying about how to keep the lights on and things. I've had those times. So for me, it was a very different time span than for them. Also, there were a lot of things that they noticed that was going on that I was completely oblivious to. And what I mean by that is I thought the situation was one way, and they was like, Mama, you know what? We knew this or we knew that. We knew what was going on. We just didn't say nothing. And I didn't know that they were aware. So for me, that's another thing that I wanted to mention. Parents need to make sure that they are being attentive not only to the kids, but the situations around the kids, because these kids be paying attention. They see it, they know it, and they are living it with you. And some parents don't realize that. So what I would like from you guys is some input. What do you guys feel as far as good moms? What do you feel is a good mom? If any of you watch any of these channels, please let me know what you think of them. Do you think they're good mothers? And I'm going to recite off the names of the channels again. And I just want your input on each channel. Strong Mommy Chrissy. This Is Us. Niki and Her 10 Beautiful Children. Peach McIntyre. I said Strong Mommy. Lives Life. The Jacksons of Atlanta. My Jazzy Life. And I think I said This Is Us. I did say her. And I think that's it. Now, another channel that I watch, I don't know if they're considered mommy, but they're definitely a family channel. The Val. Dang, I don't know the name of the channel, but the Val Ellis is his name. And he vlogs his wife's name. As a matter of fact, the Val Ellis is the guy who plays he's on a TV show now, Sisters. He's the one who's dating, they're my favorite two on the show, and I can't remember her name, Fatima. His name is Zach on the show. I watched his channel. Now, that was the first channel. I thought Chrissy was the first. She was the first that I guess I considered in the mommy sector because she was a single mommy. But the Val Ellis's channel is the first one I ever watched. Let me know what you guys think of that channel as well. Let me know what you think of these moms and what you think a good mom is, and traits, if you want to go that deep, that you feel that some mothers need to agree or develop on and do more on. Okay? Well, guys, this has been a pretty long video, longer than I usually do. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. I hope you have enjoyed this subject. And I definitely hope to talk to you guys in the comment section. Thank you guys for jumping on here with me. And I will definitely see you in the next video, okay? Bye-bye for now.